Shalom, beloveds, and greetings. Welcome. I'm going to take a moment to share this. I'm going to begin like this. Welcome. Shalom. Love it. Love this. I'm going to take a moment to share this now. I'm taking a moment to share this. I'm going to sing while we do this. Hi, Samantha and Janine. Greetings. Ooh. Greetings. There's so many of the anointing oils around. Okay, so I'm going to share this for some moments. I'm going to sing, and I welcome thee to get comfortable and get some questions in. Feel into them. I'm going to give a unified reading also. Okay. So you might want to get something to drink also. Let's see. I apologize. I've got so many on here. Let's see. So many groups to share to right now. And briefly, this is perfect. Okay, so perfect. Okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna go on and close that and put on some relaxing, calming sounds. Although these sounds here are already very beautiful. Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, oh. So I was called and guided to bring in a lot of light, being messages, activations, and guidance for the you that you're becoming. And so we're going to, let's see, I'm going to close that over there. I'm going to pull some for the oneness for all of us. It's really exciting. It's always exciting to be in the flow of being. Okay, so many messages. I'm going to share something. This card is the vision that I received before I even got these cards. Now, what you can't see on the camera is that it looks like there's fire over there. And Sacred Uru right there, Sacred Waters. And it says, we survive this. It says new solutions and beginnings. So being able to experience this as a continuance, being reiterated and also shared, is that there is euphoria, there is sustainable wellness, and to trust and believe that we are safe and we are okay. The preparedness of our soul's transformation of expanding, and our heart's transformation of healing, and our voice's transformation of feeling worthy. So when we talk to in ourselves, like we're like, okay, I can do this. I'm worthy. My voice is special. The way that I feel is accepted in those ways because it's for the highest, most purest vibration. So really preparing for that. What is it going to take for their gardens? Are you gathering seeds? Things like that are really well to establish the seed gatherings. I have to restart my seed gathering. I have massive quantities of sacred seeds, but I had a lot more. I forgive the being who threw them out. Longing for home, says homesick for the stars. But we are here. So be embracing that awareness of we are here together, and what felt like home is also home because we've chosen to come through and to be here during these beautiful moments and the expansions that we are teaching. It's so sacred. So really, we've already surrendered into the sweetness of being. Those of us who are able to say, yes, I deserve to surrender into the sweetness of being. If you're not doing that, you're being guided to do so. And in this image, it shows love that's floating on lilies, on lily pads. Did you know that lily pads can actually hold us? There's a photo of I sitting on one, although it was created with Philippe Safaric's help. This says Venus energy. Pleasure, joy, make love to be. This has really been very present a lot, and really loving into it. And if you don't have a mate in that way, love into being. It's like so sacred. This child of the cosmos. Actually, it's light being, aka light being, part of creation and the beautiful sacred light dust and sparkles and healing sacred sands from many, many, many other homes that existed now recreating in a way that is sustainable, healing, safe. I know, right? My nails. It's because I was digging and planting seeds, and I didn't like it's. I decided to do it. I went out and I saw that I had to do it, so I grabbed them and I didn't clean after doing that yet. The intelligence of the universe. So this in our language, in the way that we communicate, I'm not going to say what they say on their cards because I don't communicate in those ways always. So this is the way that I do readings. I'm going to tell you the way that I feel that you'll be able to comprehend it and the way that I'm comprehending it so that it can affect your soul in a really beautiful way. So it says our Akashic truths, our Akashic memory is being sparked, ignited, and reunited with our vessel's awareness. If you want to read it, you can read it against you. Feel it's beyond intelligence. Part of this soul expansion. A blue flame and violet flame. Integration actually shows pink and blue intertwining and becoming one, which creates a violet flame. It says spontaneous awakening, which is really fast awakening, like really, really fast, and it comes in like surges when all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I can see pixels, or I can see other realms, I can see the lights, they look like 11s, like light beams that are places, and also being able to see light beings, the presences of archangels, so a presence so brightly shining, and also the vessels and beings that are present in the whole. You can also see their visible ways. So activation and integration, and with this integration, you are also having to be reminded that it's not something to take as if you have done something wrong if they are not accepting you. It's because their healing journey, their experiences are not exactly like yours in those ways. So, but they are in some other ways. You have those likenesses, and that could be what's triggering and what's really, I could say triggering, what's causing an irritation, as if you rub each other in a way where you want to get along and you want to heal and be able to integrate. There's something there, and utilize the ability of forgiveness to be able to see and identify what that is. So it's not such a big area to work through. It's very much easier, so that on the journey it's not feeling as if you're just not good enough because others aren't accepting me. Accepting that, who are you? What happened? And what was your relations with them before you were giving birth to again? Who are they? And what healing has to happen to be able to let go of that and realize you don't have to have some sort of old karmic thing with them in those ways. If you hurt them and you are very, very deeply, sincerely sorry, you would not do that now. And you really do not feel that that was necessary to do that then. Comprehend how big that is. And if you can mourn for them, how huge that is. So you have to experience that feeling of compassion, passion, and then you can do that release. Okay, sacred beloveds, chakra wellness. Let's see. Breathe. I put it in there. Oh, should I put it on there? There. So that's a really, really great question. It's actually, so I'm going to change the, let's see, should we keep on this one? Let's do astral blessings. Astral. I'm going to turn the volume on it just a bit. Yeah, I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing it in, so I don't have to turn it down. Love to you all so much. Love to we all. Love to integrate it as our pure love shining, that our love is shining together, glowing brightly, healing together, loving together, and that our love is so beautifully integrated with healing light that there is such peace resonating and vibrating expansions of peaceful, pure love vibrations high and removing what's not necessary in energy fields, being able to remove toxins with that pure love, being able to remove any sickness and all disease with pure love and pure sacred light, healing and transforming, activating in that awareness into that soul centering expansions, into the sacred roots. Awajaniya to the sacred sacral. Awaniya wa 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 wa. I'm going to do a sacral healing now. Removing the coatings from there, glowing brightly, the same that light. And now the root is going to glow from the sacral and up through the solar, up to the heart. Through the wing area, shining through the heart also, glowing brightly through sacral, raising sacral light. Washing through those areas. Away the shame, washing away shame and guilt from pleasures and from devastations that occurred there. From hard labors also. From relationship experiences and partners and mates who maybe don't have the vibration that connects to thee in those ways, and you're feeling some disconnection in the root from that. Beautiful healing also to theirs and to the expansions of our creations and to the root of purification for the root. Sacral, solar glowing now. Wa wa wishing ya wa wa yo. Was on ya ya ya. Raising that up to the heart. Raising in that in Yashua. In Yashua ya wo yo. Through the crown expansion, because the soul is rising, expanding. For healing. Okay. This is very special, that was created to carve and to write. You can see the ink from the thumb, being, I believe, but it is on there, and fits my thumb. So for this bowl right here to sing, have to have some of what's in there put onto the side. I'm going to see, are you interested in having more? Because there's heart healing that has to happen. So I'm going to remove some of this so that I can work with that one. And I'm not going to get the other bowls at this moment yet. There's a being, a beloved light being, whose bowls they are, sacred copper beings. And they're really very beautiful to sing with, the ones that I have here. However, they're very special to that light being who offered right to work with them, and they are saying that they'd like to have us do something together for it to feel, peace. So I'm removing some of the burnt Palo Santo. We're gonna burn some right now, and the sacred eucalyptus being. Where to put them at? Right here. Just a south. I love you too. Oh my shots, Shelby and Marcia. Amanda, Sean, Hangel, oh Samantha, oh Janine. Oh, love it. Oh, thank you for being present. Thanks for the beingness of being. Yeah, Angel, go put away the fine crystals, because they might sing with me. So don't put them away. It's not, like, Ashala Voso Kripi, Ashokangara Tau Tau Zaini. I'm gonna do the heart work then. But yeah, that's what it felt like, because I'm doing like to work through the chakra, to do the centering and expansion. And recently it's been like, wow, the feeling there. So I'm gonna swallow some more sound. Add more syrup to that. Tastes nice though. So I'm going to tell you the messages that came through, and I didn't tell you all of them yet. So the way that they were pulled, these cards right here, I should probably drink more tea. Tea. Thank you. Thank you. So with the, sorry, it's like, what is, with Inner Earth, it said that we survived this. It says new solutions and beginnings. And on this card, I'll take a picture and post it so that it's easier to be able to comprehend. I don't want to keep reiterating what's seen on it. There is relief. It does show relief. It says that there are solutions, that even though that there are fires, to fear not. It says perspective, the way you view it, and you look at that. It says if you look at it in that way, try and view it as not something of concern. To zoom out and to view it as something that is able to have a very easy solution. And then the next card said, it said the void. It says just stop. Stop worrying. Stop fearing. And start being. Going inside into the expansion of who you are, and expanding with that beautiful awareness of the divine truth of our souls. To feel like you are not so small, that you are actually much more than what you had perceived you existed as in those ways. And if you did perceive that you are much more than something, that you realize you were present in other home planets and in other ways and in many sacred heavens also that we exist. Now you're being guided to go inside and expand, to find that truth and that awareness that it's okay, that there are solutions, and that the solutions and that we are here. To not feel frustrated and trying to figure out who you are. To feel it, to feel through it, to feel, and then be aware that they come to us and remind us of who we are also. That we have many messengers and many who are present, including us. So our dreams, taking notice of the dreams. What are your dreams telling me? What has happened? Did you foresee those things? I have a song. I'm going to play it for you. And, I was like, I tried really hard to not listen to that whole song all the way through. Open SoundCloud, please. Did it when I said please. And I tried not to listen to the song that I'm about to play today. It's really hard to listen to that song. And it felt like that's what happened in 12/21/12. And so that's why it's titled that. If you looked it up in other places, I have multiple versions of it. The song is called Earth. Let me put my name in. Okay. Like all these things. So let's see. Gotta find it really fast. Please give a moment to find. There's a lot of really prophetic songs that I create. Something that I've always, that's what I do. My first language is singing, light, communications, of awarenesses to, and also that's not my first language is like the early languages, the sacred languages, and all of us have sacred languages. So let's see, the song here I'll play after that. And I'm really, really ready to give some readings for those who want to. Oh, this one, it's hidden. Oh, I have it hidden on there. And it's 4 minutes and 11 seconds song. Hold on. I'm going to remind you really fast. This is long ago. You forgot. I shall remind you. My spirits are humbling, flesh to the sun. Yay, Trisha, thank you. Michelle. Says we all survive. And it says it again. We survive. So I wrote that song after I had a vision, a dream vision, and it showed so much. It showed so much, and I was like, you know, there has to be a way to share that message so that they don't do that, so that they don't do that destruction, so that there could be a stop to that. And when I found out about the weather weapon technology, I was actually called in to protect and to help another technology to be released by returning the snow, by returning the rain, but I returned the snow and rain, because the technology had to continue and they were threatening to do blackouts. But I was already doing that when I was like a child, or even whenever I sing, the clouds, they come and the winds start blowing. Not whenever do the clouds come, but they do often come to me, and the wind's always very, very strong when I'm singing. And I have a presence of sacred spirits. So like if you go into like a holy revival or some sort of a very sacred moment of activation into the kundalini, into the awakening, my presence and also on spirit journeys is felt. I'm not sure why I'm telling you that right now, but I'm guessing that it's for a reason. So taking into the integration of not having it as in you are some sort of solidified being that doesn't have the ability to also be able to be felt energetically and do things like help with the weather and help stop technology that's harmful and destructive, things like that. Um, it's really helpful. And so that it's not going to be an issue. And so I shared that song because in the dream, um, we we were able to identify with what was necessary to prevent the expand like the electricity affecting with the waters, because the flooding, like there was waters that came up and there was so much, like it showed like China or Japan, maybe it was Japan, showed it like the buildings, and it showed like a lot of electrical, like the cords, and like there was like a massive shake, and then it was too much electricity and beings were fleeing on boats to try and get away, and it was a disaster. It was devastation. And in the dream, in the vision, I saw many children gathered in like caves high up and places that were like near the water's edge, like they were able to escape, and that there was a whole nother way of existence that was happening there, and that it was like all new. And then I had other dream visions where there's islands that they have like communities, and they have like families together in places, and there it's so much like there's actual like it's a lot. And I see these things, and I see the visions of us in massive like in section like groups and like together as like ohana and sustainable communities, but very large and widespread in very beautiful pure loving ways. So it looks like it's fine, because even in the communities, even in those ways, we all have very beautiful things that we do, and we can create a sustainable coexistence options together with that awareness. So to really work on not fearing, and to feeling, and to, yes, there were things that were created to they were attempting sabotage. Yes, they did build homes and condos and things in Mars, and that's not something that Marsians wanted. And so they're going to have to see that, because that's something that they're going to be faced with when they are going there in such large amounts, because right now they're being patient. So the reason I'm bringing this up, and the reason I'm mentioning this, is because the plan was for them to take ships and escape and go somewhere else. And they're going to pretty much just, it wasn't something that they needed to do. They figured that if they could do that, then it'll get clean naturally, and then they can return when they felt like they're ready, or something like that. But even the visions of the places in Mars, in the sacred home, the vision is that there was like two homes, and that they had like long like walkway paths, and there was like fans and things, and like growth happening, and there was some sort of like a filter ventilation thing, but it was really very like thick. It was like, and if you want to go out, you have to wear a suit, is what they were saying. And I remember like being able, that we realized that we can go out and we didn't have to wear suits, but they didn't really know that. It was like um but I guess they weren't able to, like, for some reason. They may have given themselves some, like, placebo thing for when they're there, and maybe that wasn't something they should have done, something like that. Oh, Shelby, I love to see, because you remind I that, well, that we are we, and we are here as a light being shining very brightly. You can see that you are definitely not a human, and many are not, because there are so many from so many homes, home planet places, and also here in many ways, in many realms existing, there are. And so being aware of that it is not necessary to limit thy vessel as pertaining to one specific organism, when it is true that we are very much um, beings, and our beingness is very important. So trying not to limit our beingness of bliss. I realized, Paripi, yeah, I reached out to many of them who are already on that journey when before the lightning had been there. They felt that, to go. And I was called to also travel there and invited. And it was like, well, we're here and we're fine. So this is the part that is really awesome, that because we were given the visions, we get to do something about that, being who we are, and being that we are here now, and we have abilities to do so. And it's not messing with some natural sustainable thing that they think is supposed to happen. What they were doing was not natural. It was not sustainable to put out weather weapons and to do those plain things was not necessary. And if you notice that they stopped, and so the comprehension is that yes, there's many who are present, they're aware that many are here, but they cannot move forward with that plan because there are so many who are here, and there is massive protections and massive light and so much healing and so much integration. And if they ever wanted to even discover a tidbit of who they are, then they would open up their heart to receiving that integration rather than deceiving. And thankfully, we are not deceived. And that with the activations and all those beautiful activations, it takes away that blindness and helps the integration of not being a broken vessel, but being a healing vessel, a vessel of light that is worthy to be loved, experienced, and accepted as is. Jenny, um, I would like you to, yeah, that would be really beautiful. So Ginny mentioned chakra healing, and I didn't get a chance to go really deep on the heart healing part yet because there's so much healing that has to happen so deeply. So I'm gonna ask because I'm so like I can like I'm looking at you and I'm seeing what you're working through, and it feels like someone's like reached inside of you and is like riffling through around the heart area, through the part that holds the heart, like it's just like gnawing at it. So I'm gonna pray for that. And so, oops, sorry, there's all these card beings, or they're not card beings, the cards, but they were beings, you know, they were that were growing before they gathered them for inks, and hopefully it wasn't a squid being or octopus being, but a ink. Okay, so let's do this. I'd ask you to breathe in really deep through the nose, Jenny. Breathe in light. You feel light, beautiful bright light, like the brightest light that you can imagine. It's beautiful light. It's like a neon light. Beautiful. And again. So there's some mom healing too. Sawashaniriam. I want to tell you parrot medicine is coming up. Parrot medicine. So look into what parrot medicine is. There's multiple versions. If there's, well, it's not just multiple versions. There's multiple path choices for the dissection of what the parrot medicine is saying to you. So on the spiritual journey, looking into that. So it could be communication, because with the heart healing, we're going to go up to the throat. So it's going to be speaking that communication, that integration of heart healing with communication. And that's what that feels like is coming up. So we're going to do that. Others' energies focusing at you also. It feels like there's others. It's coming from outside, Jenny. So just don't feel like it's like you. It's coming from the outside too. Feeling worthy for the help. And that's why you are tough some moments is because you feel defensive because of what's getting pushed at you. So I'm gonna see if we can help with that. See if that's something that's karmic, and I don't believe that you're supposed to go through that karmically. So if there is something that's tied to that, that your soul feels like you're supposed to work through in heart healing, I'm going to communicate that so that you can identify that, and that'll help you feel relief from that, which you feel and those words are connected to, so that there's heart healing happening, forgiveness. So saying forgiveness for the things you did as a child. So there's something with stubbornness. Don't allow that to affect you. The things that were said to you when when you were growing. Don't allow those words to poke you so deeply. Just pulling those words out, those words, and just integrating them with light and integrating in pure love, that your truth of who you are is able to show as your being is able to grow and heal and transform. Also, with that awareness, breathing in that light again and expanding that. Beautiful heart healing. Beautiful. Now we can go up through to this area, and I see this as an eye also. Awajniyawahu, always resonating love, pure love. Awajniyawahu, and pure light. So there's a beautiful halo of light there. And integrating that light through the other areas and up through these areas, expanding that. And what we're doing is we're creating an Abashala. So raising that up through there. Right there. And notice where the hand is, this hand right here. Oh, it's okay, Preeti. Laughter is healing. I'm very forgiving of you. I'm feeling to ring some bells. Right now. So could it be that you can benefit from that one soon? This is that. I'm gonna pull from these ones. So with like centering to see which cards to bring forward, which messages, which messenger tools, which divination options. And with these right here, I usually put like crystal beings wrapped on them. And I didn't because they don't like that as much, and I don't want to spend money on copper wiring. So if you have copper wiring, beloved Ohana, I will pay for the shipping for it. That would be super loving. And yeah, then I could put the crystal beings on there. And any copper type vessels that you have available, I'd be very thankful to receive as offerings. The answer is yes. So, ooh, so that is the answer. Just feeling questions and I'm pulling cards. It says watering our garden. Ooh, let's drink some uru. And I will do that too. It says taking care of our vessels, being tender, and also resting, taking moments to rest. New pants. Definitely doing that heart work. So you're getting initiated now. So when you are taking care, so during the grooming, during the bathing, during the before rest and upon waking, and during moments of centering and working through experiencing the experiences that are working through, watching in that, breathing in that light, really breathing that in and rejuvenating and working through that and really raising up that vibration. I'm going to go through the crown to help. It feels like the voice is already getting activated. I'll work. Let's see. Let's raise from here to there to there to there again. It feels already very lit, but I'm going to do it again for the just in case. Well, actually, let's see. Okay. Thank you. It's beautiful. Yeah. Pretty. Yeah. Peaceful integrations. Okay. Um, where's the phone? Right there. Ah, you see my bruises. Because I play with lovey, lovey that jumps on me. And I'm fine. So the initiation with the inner temple and awakening. So with our awakening, and we are sacred temples, we are light, we are worthy. So we also must practice that, being that temple. Who are we allowing in our temple? Are we allowing others to go inside? Why are you allowing them to court into you? Is it the children? Being able to watch and take care of thee also, and also the loved ones in a way that you're centering, expanding, and expanding, and then soulfully rejuvenation with the awareness of, ah, this is our sacred temple. I am a sacred light being. I am worthy to be who I am in this sacred place that is our sacred temple, and be pampered and nourished and cared for. So you're not lacking. Like, find what needs to be provided for inside and feel what's comfortable and do what is necessary that is not harmful to others. Being gentle, being loving, nurturing, nourishing, and sustainably asham. And with the asham, it's that breathing in that light, being that sacred light being, the Akashic Allah Khashnia, Prashna Hai, how. And so we're working through that. And if you notice on the card, a bit of vehicle of information, with the initiation, it says rite of passage. Rite of passage. Hey. It says we are somewhere very sacred. It is becoming more and more sacred. We must work together as Ohana, trusting that this is possible and not fearing, believing that now are the moments that we rise together, that we do something together that is very sustainable, very loving. This is devotion. It's like pulling me. Turn into the expansions, and then into the expansions, viewing, centering the expansions, glowing the inner outer expansions of our light vessel, expanding, glowing brightly. No longer turned inward, because you don't want to turn inward, you don't want to go inside. You'd rather be the ever unfolding rose. So what I'm going to suggest as being open, but being able to access that soul awareness and expanding that soul awareness, because you don't want to fold inwards. With the awakening, it's heart open. So it's very much like the activation pose with the back arched, like that, the arching. And that is very much very fast. And so I'm going to teach those of you who are not aware of what the activation pose is. That helps to center and to also expand that centering expansion of the entire vessel If you have chakras that you feel, or you have certain areas that you're working through heart healing or soul experiences or things that happen even in the feet, you're going to be able to access that way of be able to heal through that really fast and be able to work as a light being, as a vessel present with purpose and intentions. I'm trying to cover this like closing. Okay. So you're going to put your fingers, your 4 fingers, for stability. And then the integration, the crown, where the neck and the crown meet, and you push into that. Breathing in light, massaging gently. Let your arch in the lower back be present. Heart open. Now rest your arms to the side. Keep that breath in. Inhale again if you've already exhaled. Feeling that light through the entire vessel. It can be whatever color, that beautiful brightest light that you can see. That we see, that brightest light we see now shining. Our light shining brightly, not taking from another's light in that way, but really glowing the light that you feel inside your soul, shining brightly, breathing in that light. Expanding that light, feeling the brightest light visible, shining, glowing, integrating beautiful light, shining, raising that vibrant light, shining. Not courting others, not being courted. What is this? Pureness of light shining, expanding now, feeling that energy with your light also shining, and glowing that your light is able to create a cocoon of light with thee, of your light shining from within, shining outwards. Visualize your soul as bright light, the brightest light that you can see your soul shining. What color is that light? Now, I'm going to teach you the way to do the activation pose with singing out words and inhaling light that is from within, shining brightly, glowing out. And allowing your heart to remain open. Let your shoulders rest gently at the sides. And let the heart be open. Now feel where you're feeling that, what's happening there, and what's causing that. So going into those areas and holding onto that and centering. No, don't hold it actually. Grabbing it with your left hand, centering with the right hand, and pulling that out and centering inwards, pushing up light to fill that area and really washing that area with light. Now with that, the light is shining and seeing into what it is that was pulled out and what has to heal and what's going on there to integrate healing, expansion, and transformation. Now what you do with that is very unique. I like to bring heart healing. So that those who have those energies or those feelings, or they're sending that they're able to have heart healing and not send that kind of vibration, because it's really not necessary to seek to hurt others' hearts because your heart is hurting, or to blame them for your heartache. There's many ways to love each other, to love as a oneness, many ways. And not always is it possible to mate those loved soul, Ohana, who have been mates to thee before many moons. And that is okay. But to be able to see each other and love each other, to not have expectations or limitations for each other, to love each other and trust that that love is real. to find ways to coexist and work together, to find purpose with the reasons that you are returned to meeting, not really returned, more so integrated to see each other again. Oh, beautiful, Shelby. Yay. Yeah, and I see that you're working through the spine, the back of the neck, spine healing. So I'm gonna send some light. I'm gonna ask you to sit up straight, the light pouring upwards through. Sacred light, blessings and blessings, Ohana. Pure light and sacred Ohana, love. Shalom, Shriya Saniriya Karashna. Ye Rashna. Oh, Shaye. Oh, Shnaye. Oh, Ashna. Thank you. Let's say to Shao.